Did you get actual death threats?
So kind of yes, kind of half joking. I think they were genuinely upset.
I mean, I think that like genuine death threats are like so like nothing on the internet is actionable,
Right.
unless it's just like deeply insane. So it's like I kind of have like it's genuine enough if you say it with malice.
Mm-hmm.
Fair
Like,
enough.
of course,
Yeah,
you're
yeah.
coming over here with a gun.
Yeah.
Oh my god. I'm sorry we brought you in, Kay. You're now going to be murdered by some fucking freak with a fetish for Tom Nook.
Well, no, I think it's good that we're diversifying our death threats. We'll get some Bionicles death threats.
Oh,
and
excellent,
Kay will
excellent.
get some Animal Crossing death threats.
I literally
That's
muted
true.
Animal Crossing on Twitter after that because I'm like, I'm fucking sick of this goddamn shit. These people are freaks. They take it way too seriously.
Well, see, this works for me because I feel like I could take someone who's mad about Animal Crossing even if they had a gun, but I don't think I could take someone even unarmed who's mad about Bionicle. They're
Interesting.
a surly people.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Video Games Are the Worst Thing on Earth. With me, as always, is Reese.
Hello, it is me, Reese.
And introducing, for the first time, as a permanent co-host on VGATWTOE, K
What?
of K and Skittles.
Holy shit!
What's up? I'm finally here. I can finally say gamer with a hard R. It's feeling good.
That's right. We gave Kay the gamer word pass.
Maybe not. Maybe not that.
Yeah, not the gamer. Gamer is the word, not gamer words. Jesus.
Asterisk on that one.
Yeah. It's subject to terms and conditions.
But yeah, we listened back to all of our episodes, and the only good ones were the ones that Kay was in. So we figured, hey, let's just keep it going.
Oh, I don't want to say that about the rest of our guests. All of our other guest episodes were very good too.
The rest of the guests, that was a joke. It's okay.
Yeah. You don't have to send us death threats like the person who got mad when we made a meme about Tom Nook being a landlord.
By the way, that guy, if you're listening, you're doing great, buddy. Never change.
Fuck. So this is coming after like a little bit of a podcasting slump. So we just got some nice, easygoing topics like massive corporations stealing someone's identity to make a virtual influencer.
Just a classic. That old problem.
Yeah, this like everyday problems that everyone can relate to. But yeah, we're gonna get this kicked off with this discussion about League of Legends, a frequent bugbear and the butt of many of our jokes.
I mean, it's dreadful if it's actually risen to the to the place of podcast topic, because everything is already so dreadful about League of Legends.
Yeah,
that's true. That's
like
true.
just
It's a foe of mine.
It is. I don't know. Like the way people describe playing it doesn't sound like a fun game. It sounds like a punishment they would give in like Hades. It's like the person like getting to diamond rank in League is like right next to Sisyphus in like the fucking hell pits. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it feels like that. I have seen friendships collapse over rage in League. It's an ugly, ugly thing.
It's the worst offender of that forever game bullshit that every game does now, but at least Siege attempts to make the game like a little bit fun. The games aren't 50 minutes long. That's the best part about it is the rage that builds in somebody when they know they're gonna lose. It's a game that stretches on so long after you're gonna lose, and the people just getting so angry and screaming at their Twitch chat, screaming at the loved ones in their life, and then the game ends and they're like, "All right, another one. This time I'll ban Vayne. That'll make things better."
And the thing that that really gets to me about it, and the reason why I say it is like Sisyphus pushing up a boulder, is that like you can play like 300 hours in that stupid fucking game, and people are like, oh, so you just got started then?
Yeah.
It's like the amount of time it takes to be like good, quote unquote, at the game is just, I cannot imagine doing anything for 300 hours and then being like, in fact, I've just gotten decent at it. The people don't call me the N-word as many times when I try and play.
Now I'm the slur slayer. Slur slayer.
Oh, the slur slayer 69. He's
The slur slayer is when we kill League of Legends players.
That's Reese's like alter ego. He goes out at night in like a dollar store Batman costume for a 6-year-old. That's really tight. It doesn't fit.
Exactly. I have my slur slayer that I forged in my closet and my dollar store costume. I go out.
Oh fuck! But we're getting like, listen, we're having too much fun. We're talking about League of Legends, and we're talking about the worst possible thing. So this is something that Reese discovered. So give us a little introduction about what exactly is going on here.
Okay. Well, just a quick introduction to Seraphine. I have an article linked, but I think I can just sum up. Is that they have, they can't just release a new character now. It needs to have this little silly extra thing every time they release it. And usually it's, just a video or whatever. But this time they have like this alternate reality pop star. And I guess the pop star is the pop group. It's something that's like canon in game. They have their own songs that they release. It sounds fucking dreadful. I haven't listened to any of it.
At the end of the episode. Now it's KD8. Ugh.
But Seraphine is the newest member and the newest character that's being introduced. And they've got a whole like e-girl Twitter account that's like verified, and she like posts like pictures where she posts all the like good like encouraging tweets that's been sent to her, and she's like, thanks so much to all my fans, like that pop idol archetype. And
she's also sad. She does sad posting. It's a virtual e-girl sad posting.
Before we even get to the shit that's so insane, is she's from like one of the nations in League of Legends that like horribly murders and oppresses one of the other nations. And she did a tweet that's like, I'm so sad that my people do this genocide. Like, come on. It's like it's
so what you're telling me is that this is like fantasy Israel.
Yes.
So this is fantasy Gal Gadot. Oh, Bob Chipman will be pleased.
And this is just like for a mid lane caster.
I would fucking lose my mind if there was like, sorry to interrupt again, but like I would lose my mind if there was like this announcement of like this character for League of Legends hailing from the Brainland. And it's like fantasy e-girl, it's like fantasy e-boy Bob Chipman. And he just like posts like pictures of him like, I've boiled some chicken in Mountain Dew. Sorry, I continue. That was completely a tangential.
No, it's good.
One of us needs to get a job at Riot. We need to make this happen.
Oh fuck.
In a similar scenario, hopefully. So
oh my god.
I have a article here from PC Gamer. And so let's just get into it a little bit.
Okay.
Woman says League of Legends character Seraphine is based on her. Riot denies it. The woman, named Stephanie, was in a brief relationship with a Riot employee in 2009. And she alleges that a new League of Legends character with a similar appearance and name is based on her. At the crux of her allegation is a brief relationship we had with the Riot employee in 2019. And who borrowed details from her likeness and life for the fictional KDA pop star. That's the name of the group.
Yes. I'm just
Right,
gonna edit in.
denied.
I'm just gonna edit in that little pop riff where they're like, now it's Katie. Hey, ugh. Every time we mention it.
It looks just like her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks exactly like her. Especially like if you scroll down in the article where she's dyed her hair pink. She has the same kind of glasses.
Same glasses, hair's parted in like the same way, almost identical face. Like it's fucked. It's freaky, man. It's upsetting.
I'm actually gonna switch gears here and maybe go towards more to her Medium post because this is just like Riot denies it, blah blah blah. It's like fuck Riot. No one trusts Riot. All my homies hate Riot.
I mean, yeah, they made League of Legends. That's a crime of an incalculable scale of lost human time.
I think that I think that we didn't spend enough on the point that Reese brought up where he talked about how long the fucking games are, because that is what destroys your brain. Like, I play Overwatch and I've had Overwatch games where it's like, you know, team sucks, we're gonna lose, so it's like, oh well, like 2 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
You know if you're going to lose a game of League within the first 5 to 10 minutes. And then the next 45, that's just you fucking becoming a serial killer.
It's like you're fucking trapped in like an ancient like trap, like from one of those like Indiana Jones movies where the room's slowly filling with sand or something.
Oh fuck, it's just like that.
No. I'm happy to touch upon this because I personally am in recovery from playing League of Legends.
Oh no!
And I used to watch Twitch streams where like the really high level players know during the picks phase that they're gonna lose. They're just
oh my god!
They're just angry from second one. They're just like, oh my god, I cannot fucking believe this person is doing Malphite jungle. We were not going to be able to carry through this. And they're right. They're 100% right. Their analysis is correct. They're not overreacting.
Yeah, I remember that.
Angry.
That's incredible. You literally know before the match begins if you're going to lose, and you're just immediately angry about it.
Totally. I was never like a high level player at all, but like even then, you'd know if somebody made a clearly insane pick. It's like, oh, we're fucked. All right, the next hour is gonna flow.
It's the same thing in Overwatch where it's just like, listen, Genji can be great, but if you're quick playing and your DPS is Genji Hanzo, maybe it'll be okay, but probably not.
Yeah.
So I totally get it.
Why?
Yeah, but again, that's over in like 5 minutes at most. And you're out of there. You never have to see Genji again. It's beautiful.
I don't understand why. I can't like wrap my head around why anyone would want to play something like that. It sounds miserable. It sounds awful. Like it's free, but like so's dirt, and I don't go around eating dirt.
Dirt is free. Never let them tell you it's not.
Filling.
Looping back around to Riot stealing this girl's identity.
Yes.
It's not just that they look alike. Is that during the relationship they talked about they have like a text screenshot here. It's like of John, I have a lot of good ideas. And she jokingly says, not included making an Ari skin after me. And it's like one of them is awkward Ari. And she's like, awkward? What? And then apparently he goes on to like pitch her this whole idea of like an e-girl skin for Ari. So it's already like planted that's something that he wants to do. And as it goes on in this Medium post, he suggested I should fly out and voice act for some kind of top secret project for which he didn't ever reveal, but he insisted I would be perfect for.
Oh my god.
She wrote an academic essay for a class about Piltover and Zwan, the nations that we were talking about previously that, that do the subjugation. And he shared that essay around with people. So it's like this girl's like life is being connected to and read by the people at Riot. And you look at and then, like, she breaks up with him because she was like, I could do better.
I think it said in the article, it's like she just ended a long-term relationship and like he was trying to go too fast. Which, yeah, if he's like, I'm gonna put you in my video game.
Yeah, I mean
it's a little bit creepy.
I'm editorializing
Right.
a lot throughout this. And then like a year passed, and Seraphine was released, and there's a comparison. They have kind of like art. They do art in a similar way. The character in League of Legends doesn't do sci-fi mage things. She has like an office job. It seems like she takes pictures at the beach. It looks very similar to like the Southern California beach that this girl, real life girl,
she has pictures of her
to.
on the beach, and then the side by side with Seraphine. Like somebody clearly went through like her photos from around the time when she was dating this guy John. That's not his real name. It was changed for like to protect the innocent, maybe, because we don't know for sure if this is the person responsible for doing this, because I think that they might have actually left Riot at some point, but this idea what kept staying around.
It's even creepier if it wasn't this guy. Like if
I know, right? And like when I was reading through the Medium article, it really seemed as though it seemed like, you know, this guy probably, you know, wouldn't have had like the clout to just like make up a character like this, and so it seems like a lot of people actually got on board. Yeah, so it just sort of got the ball rolling, and now that there's like a fucking character based off of her.
And I'm sure that like a lot of the people who work at Riot, just like, you know, a design document is presented to them, and they're just like, oh, all right, I continue to need to eat despite my best efforts. I will draw this mage at the beach or whatever. But it's clear that, to me anyways, that even if it wasn't like, you know, 90 people conspiring to copy this girl, at some point, you know, the idea of her was implemented in some kind of design document, and they just went with it. And it is so fucked up that they're just like, no, we made her up.
Yeah. That's like the fucking thing, is that like the response from Riot has been basically, we created this. This is original IP of Riot games, and then you see the side by sides, and it's like, oh no.
Oh, it's fucked. The beach one really gets me. It's like the same building in the background.
Yes, you're so like fucking right. I didn't notice that before. It's literally the same building, and like the same. It looks almost like they cut out like the fucking skyline from the picture and put it in the background.
Yeah, like an angle. It does a bit. It's fucked. This is fucked.
That looks like a real photo. They must have taken it like from Google Street View or something. Like this is beyond uncanny. Somebody's like knowingly, or well, it had to be knowingly. Had to be.
Yeah,
if they were basing it off of these fucking pictures. Like, and now Riot is like claiming fucking it's an original creation. And they're charging like $25 a pop for the fucking skin.
This isn't even the first time that they've done this. There is a Dutch footballer named Edgar Davis who won a lawsuit against Riot because one of the skins for one of the characters, I don't care which, was based on him. And then there was a model who looks, if you click on the article, looks almost exactly like this character Aurelia.
Oh my god.
And to me, it's very clear that they're just like, you know, we're $1 billion company and we're just taking photos of people and using it to make money off of people. Than...
This is the exact same scenario. The article says, woman who dated Riot employee claims League of Legends characters Sarah... Oh, wait, no, that's... Oops.
Cut that
out. I was like, it was right above the picture of like the model, so I thought it was for her. Well, that's bad formatting. Thegamer.com, you suck.
Yeah, this is on you. The gamer.
Yeah, I mean.
All right, sorry. Continue.
No, and yeah, there's the Kazakhstani model Aya Shalkar noticed a resemblance between herself and her character Aurelia. And if you look between the two, it looks uncanny.
It's fucking exact.
And it's exact. And I don't know. I was like, at this point, Riot is such a profitable company. Just pay somebody to be the human basis of your character, you shitheads. Like,
holy shit, I had no idea that they've done this before. And it's like, this is like terrifying that like a corporate, can you imagine a corporation like fucking stealing your likeness to put in their game? Because like populated by League of Legends players.
It's fucked. Well, I'm just dropping the picture of the football guy in there as well. Mad.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Oh yeah, Striker Lucian.
But like, since she's released this Medium article, Stephanie, like she's like getting fucking like death threats, and people are like saying, "Oh no, actually, he said it was based on his wife." Like, and they fucking believe it. These credulous chuds are like, "Oh, woman's saying something bad about video game company. I have to believe the corporation now." It's really fucking sick.
It's so fucking embarrassing.
Like the comments on this Medium article, I read this earlier and I like went through it, and like they are like seeing like these same side by side pictures, like fucking uncanny, like the picture with the fucking same building in the background and everything, and they're being like, "It was based on his wife. Why are you lying?"
Yeah, it's like the fucking guy from Westworld, right? He looks at the picture and he's like, "It doesn't look like anything to me."
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what's insane to me. Like, even if somehow you're not convinced it's like a strange coincidence at best, which is not my opinion.
Yeah, no.
Why would you defend Riot about it? Why would you go apeshit about this game that already makes you so angry? You're so furious, and you hate every beat and every change to the game. Like, but you still have to defend it.
Yeah, you fucking sent death threats to them for like nerfing some fucking shitty character, and now you're having to defend them because a woman online said they might have done something bad.
Yeah. I mean, it's a chance to be a misogynist, and you drop everything when you're a gamer.
That's true. Women have had it too good for too long. We've always said that on this podcast.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So yeah, I mean, I think it was worth notice. Like,
listen, the views and opinions of K and Skittles do not necessarily reflect those of everyone on the podcast. Listen, I am a proud feminist. I wrote in Hillary Clinton. It's finally her time. Fuck.
Kay's opinions represent Alton's employer on this podcast.
They do, yeah.
What?
He's speaking for your employer at the same. I don't know.
Oh,
because people usually said retweets are not
endorsements.
My employer. That's the joke. That's my joke.
I did. Sorry. I'm sorry I didn't get your joke, Reese.
Don't you ever try to make a joke again.
Fuck. All right. So I guess like what is there to say about this other than I guess the one more thing is like, yeah, it's clearly that they are massively profiting off of every single new character they make. Like people have to fucking shill out tons of money. Like it's like DLC basically. So they're making like millions of dollars off of these likenesses that they've clearly fucking stolen.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think I need to say alleged or anything like that. Like fuck me. Like obviously there should be fucking some like legal repercussions for trying to do this. And this is like the third time.
Yeah.
That's like a fucking pattern now. It's like, do you think they'd have learned their lesson eventually?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, I certainly hope she gets something from Riot. I have a hard and fast conclusion of what everybody should do as a result of this. They should never date anybody from Riot, nor them perhaps. Otherwise, you're just going to end up in the worst video game ever made.
Good advice.
Soul.
God, it's just like you fucking like your first date. You're like, oh yeah, what do you do? What do you do for work? It's like, oh, I'm a game developer at Riot Game, and you flip the fucking table over and run out of the door, and like put a mask on, you know what I mean? Like cover your face.
No, yeah, you got to take their phone. You got to throw it in the glass of water before you do it. You don't want any chance that any of your soul was captured by
it's like if you fucking could take a picture taken of you by a Riot Games employee. It's like the superstition where they steal your soul, except it's your likeness, and they put it in League of Legends. Fuck. Jesus.
There's one sort of final thing I wanna be mad about on this.
What's
that? Which is, it seems like they gave the character, the social media character, like mental health issues.
Yes, I was talking about that earlier. Did you want to read them?
Yeah, we could read some of them. I'm just I'm pissed about it because obviously it's all part of cultivating this sort of parasocial relatability with this fake character, especially at a time where, due to lockdown and stuff, everyone's mental health issues are just like 10 times worse. I just want to fucking bully them.
Sorry, I found an article from Vice about it. League of Legends fake anime pop star is sad tweeting about genocide. Oh, fuck.
All right, let's have a look. Does this have tweets on it?
Yeah, it has a couple of tweets on it.
Yeah, I didn't want to get into this too much at the start of it because it's just so much nonsense with the character. You could do a real deep dive, and you could probably write a book on this nonsense. It's so fucked up.
Yeah, it's like they're trying to cultivate parasocial relationships with a fake person. Like, that's parasocial to the nth power. It's not just like, oh, this person is my friend. I think they're my friend because I see them online. It's like, this person is my friend, but actually it's a sock puppet for a massive corporation.
Here's a question.
What's that?
To what degree has it worked?
I would say madly successful.
Really?
Well, like, if I go on fucking V right now, is there going to be a bunch of threads being like, "This is my real wife"?
Oh,
I don't know.
Yes. Oh, yes. That's another thing to say, because the internet is the internet, and gamers are awful. Well, I wouldn't even say like this is necessarily awful in like a vacuum, but like since it's based off a real fucking person, it's really fucking creepy because people are making like tons of Rule 34 for this character.
Oh no.
If it was just like, you know, it's like an original creation or whatever, it's fine. It's not a real person. But you've stolen somebody's likeness for this.
Fucked up, man.
Yeah.
It's pretty dreadful. Like, I don't think on the face of it anything wrong with having like a fictional character who's a pop star and has mental health issues. But it's just like Riot's like really grimy, stoking the parasocial fires for their profit that makes it super ugly.
Sorry, here's the tagline for that article. She's so relatable. She's got self-esteem problems, loves music, and directly benefits from the genocide of an entire race. Just like you! Fuck.
Kinda.
Yeah. I mean, definitely for people in the United States.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think people, they give people the slop that they want, which is, they can be like, oh, we can do fan art, she can be I can ship her with characters in League of Legends. It's like
I can ship her with characters from Harry Potter.
I mean, I'm sure that someone's working on that.
Harry Potter turned to Seraphine and said, "Are you alright, love? Oh, you got some lovely baps, didn't you? Oh, I'm so glad you're a fictional person and not based on anyone real. Cool."
What are the name of the dummies that roll with Draco Malfoy? Like,
Crab and Goyle.
Crab and Goyle form a polycule with Seraphine. Fan fiction.
Oh fuck! Oh shit! That's the strongest bit I've ever heard in my life. Like actual real life British Harry Potter is fucking that's a strong one.
Oh my god, this is a terrifying AU you've created. Well, actually no, I think I created it. Shit.
Yeah, this one's on you, bud.
Oh no.
I'm just a collaborator.
Yeah.
I'm an innocent bystander.
That's really Kay's role here, is that we need somebody to be an innocent bystander as we do thought crimes on the podcast.
All right, so here's one of the tweets, the offending tweets. It's like, we're going to Shanghai in 2 days, and it's finally setting in. All at once. I've been working so hard, and I've been trying my best to love myself, but I still can't find the confidence I need. I'm realizing that I can't do this alone, and maybe I need to be the one to ask for help. So could you give me some encouraging words? I need something to believe in right now. Like, fucking disgusting, like, just a hackneyed shit. Like, the replies are just like people simping for a fucking fake character.
Was it Riot, the company that had the executive who would thump people's genitals?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah,
It was like the guy who would fart in people's faces and like nut tap them and like belch really loud, which no comment. But yeah, he got like suspended without pay for like a month or something, and then they had like a sensitivity training or something. And then like immediately after that they like did like a strike or something.
Mm-hmm.
Riot Games just seems like a diseased place.
Oh well, we're going to be hearing a lot more of them. They released like 4 games over
Really?
last year, and yeah, they're finally using all of that capital to just like expand. They're using the Blizzard formula, where they basically just rip off like beloved games and do and just give them ultimates or whatever.
Listen, I have a strategy. I don't know like what our take is, like what people can do to try and help. I guess if there's like some sort of crowdfunding for Stephanie, maybe that would be good, but I didn't see anything about it. But a good chunk of Riot Games is owned by Tencent. And listen, I'm thinking that if I can write a heartfelt letter to President Xi asking for him to shut down Riot Games.
Yes. Yes. He might do it.
If we all just start our letter writing campaign to the president of China to get them to fucking shut down Riot Games for good. Just end the suffering.
Doesn't look like she has any kind of GoFundMe or something for it. She's just upset she's not part of the process, you know? She thinks it's pretty clear that there's some element that influenced it. And it doesn't even seem like she's looking for a payout. She just wants this to not be shitty.
She's a way less petty person than me. I'd be like,
oh, yeah,
pay me.
Yeah, no, we're all materialists here. We'd be like, okay, all right, there is fucking Rule 34 of me online with Sonic the fucking Hedgehog. You better give me millions of dollars, right?
I will. January 1st of every year, I expect a check for $1 million. I don't care if Riot's gone under. I want to get paid, or I'm coming in with a morning star.
Shit. All right, I think that's that topic pretty well covered. What do you guys think?
Sounds good. Yeah, let's wash our hands of.
Let's hope it's another 6 months before we have to address Riot Games and fucking League of Legends again. Probably won't be though, knowing our luck.
Yeah.
Going into our next topic, we have all the new consoles have been released, and I'm pretty confident none of us have bought one because they're expensive and they currently have like 1 game a piece. Actually, no, that's the PS5. The Xbox has 0 games a piece exclusive.
Yeah, the Xbox has no games.
Yeah.
And you can
play them all on PC.
And all of the games, the thing I love most about the consoles is that they have the new SSD.
Mm-hmm.
Isn't that great? Except all of the games have like 200 gigabyte installs. And you can't expand your storage. So you can just basically be like, I can have a Call of Duty and a Spider-Man.
That is I'm sorry to bring facts and logic into a space which is normally reserved a facts and logic free zone. But,
Uh-oh.
That is actually incorrect. You can expand the storage on your Xbox with like these little SSD things you plug into the front of the console, like it's a fucking PS2.
Oh, that is right. Does the PS5 have those though?
I haven't heard anything about it, but I would assume so.
I
Probably got to pay a pretty penny for them.
I think I remember what you're talking about. Let me.
Oh,
What
wait,
is
no,
Google?
it says... sorry. Okay, so Xbox definitely can expand. Sony has confirmed to The Verge that you won't be able to expand that blazing fast SSD on day one. So they currently don't, but they do have a dedicated internal slot that could theoretically fit an M2 SSD. So they're literally just turning consoles into fancy PCs you can't run work on.
Great.
So here's how much the expandable hard drive for the Xbox costs: $220 for a terabyte, which I think you can. And these are like, we're not talking the good SSD. This is just SATA.
Really? It's just SATA speed?
It's just SATA speed. They claim that they can go faster than SATA speed, but all the tests have shown that it is not going as fast as they claim.
Interesting.
This is fucked. I mean, you can get a terabyte external for like fucking what, $50? Like,
certainly during on a sale, I would say.
Yeah,
like
I'm looking at a Samsung M2 NVMe solid state drive, and you get a terabyte for 150, or 2 terabytes for 250.
But that's the super fast one, the NVMe.
Yeah, this is the PCI. This is the one that uses the PCI Express lanes.
Those are much faster. Those are like 7 times faster. Just the SATA ones, which are still like great.
Yeah, they're pretty good
of upgrades. You can get those for PC extremely cheap. But the point is not, to me anyways, about this console stuff, is not PC Master Race.
Right.
But the thing that I want to bring up is the raising of the price of games to $70 only on consoles.
Listen, there's inflation, Reese. There's inflation. Games are getting more expensive to produce. I don't know why you hate games, Reese. Why do you not? What, you don't believe the publisher when they say that they need to be $70?
I know why I hate
don't.
Why do you hate games? Why do you hate games, Reese?
Why do I hate games? Because they're fucking $70.
That's actually a valid reason. Fuck.
I mean, that's not for me. But I posted this on Twitter, and somebody responded to me and just been like, "Well, if they're better about microtransactions and DLC, and it's a better value for the game, and
that's a big if.
Less crunch," and it's just like, come on, man. Come on, man.
Come on, man. Come on, Fat. Listen, Fat. Listen, Fat. They ain't dropping those the DLC. You can't get your loot boxes.
Joe Biden defending the gaming industry, I think, is
that's a good bit.
Is a beautiful character.
That is.
Look, man, we ain't banning loot boxes no ways. My opponent Joe Biden, he wants to ban fracking, and he wants to ban loot boxes from $60 video games. Come on, man. That's not true. I'm not going to make the world better. You know that.
Don't you ever try to say I'll make the world better.
I can't really do a good Joe Biden impression. But yeah, just imagine a good Joe Biden voice there, and him fucking being like, "Come on, man. I'm not gonna get rid of DLC from $70 games."
But we already have an example. NBA 2K. I don't even know what year it is. NBA 2K21 already has $70 for the PS5, Xbox, whatever. And it not only has one of the most absolutely debilitating microtransactions structures in a game, there are ads in the loading screen. There are commercials in your video game.
That's cool,
that you
actually.
paid $70 for.
And I remember the first fucking time something like that ever fucking happened was in Crackdown, where they would have real ass advertisements on the billboards in the city. So if you were playing online, they would like update the billboards in the city to be about actual things that were coming out.
It's dreadful. There's been a couple of games like that. I remember Crackdown. There's another game that had, I think it was Burnout that had that. And now if you play the game now, it's just like generic things, but it would be like Red
the
Bull
server went down. Yeah,
exactly. But it's just one of the most dreadful experiences.
But at least those tried to like fucking like paint over it by making it part of the world. You know?
Yeah, it's just like there's advertising in the world. You know, you got to get paid, so you weave it in there. I guess it's just like there's advertising in basketball, so how about you watch this commercial for Raytheon?
Like fucking every like 15 minutes, there's like a commercial break in the real fucking game, and you just have to sit there and watch it. That would be incredible.
It just is so destructive to like any kind of media experience, is to have this dog shit braying in your face.
Totally. And I think that also sort of feeding into the obviously they're not going to be less shitty about microtransactions and DLC. A less egregious case, the Demon's Souls remake that's just come out. It has like an extra $20 for like a deluxe edition with items that you can't get in the game otherwise. It's got like I paid extra only items, and it's still base price $70 fucking bucks.
$90 fucking dollars to get the complete experience.
Yeah, they're doing the same shit they've always done, but now they're just getting an extra $10 out of you, and freaks will inexplicably defend this for some reason.
Yeah, and the thing is that they always complain about, like, oh, well, single player games or whatever don't meet sales targets. I would like to point out that is a very different thing than saying our games didn't make money, because famously, the worst example of this is Square Enix. Like when Eidos talked about having to do games for them, that they would have sales targets that were like 10 times what it would take to like make a profit off the game. Just like absurd numbers.
I remember this because it happened for the Tomb Raider reboot, right? They like had like some ridiculous number, like 7 million copies sold, and they only sold 5 million, and they're like, what a disappointing amount of sales. 5 million copies.
So it's not about video games aren't making money. It's like it's the only thing that's making money in this in this dark apocalyptic time.
Video games are making a fucking killing, man. It's some freak in a boardroom just being like, I'd like to make an extra billion this year. So
exactly.
No. It's not just that. It's literally the fact that like their stock market value is based off of them continuing to make more money than they did the last year, right? So every single fucking year, that number has to go up. And it's like based on this principle of like infinite growth. Jim Sterling, who I always fucking bring up and stuff like this, has a really good video about it, talking about how EA, I think it was, like laid off a whole bunch of people during their most profitable sales quarter ever, because it gave a huge boost to their profit margins, because now so it's like you've got your profit from your product and then your expenses. They basically cut out a huge part of their expenses by firing a bunch of people, and then immediately they had to rehire a bunch of people after that because they couldn't operate without on that scale.
They just want to juice the number higher.
Exactly.
Blizzard did the same thing when they had that massive layoff, and they said on the sales call, like right before, that it was their most profitable quarter ever. And they just could be more profitable. Just think of what this quarter could be if we just fucking fired everybody. Wouldn't that rule?
Yeah.
And
That's exactly like that fucking cartoon of like the person in the cave, like with around a fire, like with a disheveled suit, saying it's like, it's true, we did destroy the world, but for a few beautiful moments we created a lot of values for our shareholders.
Exactly.
Like, it's literally an insane destructive cycle where they're fucking like grinding through talented developers, spitting them out, and then it's when they don't make enough money, they lay off a bunch of people. When they make tons of money, they lay off even more people. It's insane.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And that's fucking capitalism, baby. It's all about, they can't think beyond the next quarter. That's it. They cannot permit themselves, and meritocracy is a lie. So those boardrooms making these decisions are full of short-sighted morons. So yeah, fire everyone and make number go up.
They're like the fail sons of fail sons at this point. Like, we're so generationally detached from those like cold-eyed psychopaths that gain their position through ruthless cunning and like planning and ambition, and now it's like their grandchildren who are just like the Wyatt Cokes of the world, fucking in a boardroom saying, I like to make a video game you can play on a yacht or at the discoteca.
It's just dipshits, man. There's just the dipshit children of these people, because it's every industry is just nepotism now. That's all it is. It's just people's kids bumping into stuff.
Something that Blizzard just did and has the Hearthstone community really mad is they had this like whole new like push for their reward system. They're just like, oh, you can, go down this quest track and we'll have a season pass. Pay $20 more. And somebody just like sat down and added up all the rewards and it's just like 20% less or something like that than you just got normally from playing the game for like 20 minutes a day. But now it's just like you have to do a whole lot more work just to get less, and everybody's furious about it. And you also have to pay $20 to get the best like treats out of it. And they're just like, we already pay $400. Why are you doing this? And it's like, one day, I hope you'll get it.
Oh my God.
I will give them credit, though, that there was a very high-rated Bobby Kotick is a pedophile post on the Hearthstone subreddit from serious people.
Oh, that fucking rules. Because as longtime listeners of this show will know, he was on the Epstein flight logs, and he did murder Jeffrey Epstein personally.
Don't reveal the secret in our Patreon episode, Alton. They got to pay $1 for that.
Yeah. Pay us $1 so you can learn about how Bobby Kotick, the full details of how he snuck into the high security prison and strangled Jeffrey Epstein.
I think that Clinton, obviously.
Hmm? Oh yeah, no, same person. Just like different disguises, like Scooby-Doo.
Fuck yeah.
Old man Hillary Clinton, and I would have gotten away with it too if it wasn't for you and your dumb dog.
You meddling kids at Pokemon Gone to the Polls.
Yeah. All right. Any more ranting about the games?
I don't know if we wanted to bring up the Kotaku article that people would have gotten angry about had the election not been going on.
I don't know. Like, there's not much to say. People got mad at, like, someone in Kotaku for writing in their article, writing what I must say is a fairly, like, stream of consciousness type article that goes a bunch of different places.
Yeah.
So, and one of those places is talking about Dune and how cool it would be for there to be a Dune video game. So, objectively, they're correct.
It's a weird fucking article.
It's a very strange article. And then, like, the fucking dude who was, like, on stream with AOC, like, Penguin Zero or Critical. Hi, everyone. My name's Critical.
Oh, fuck. Was Critical on that stream?
Yes. He made a video making fun of it. I don't, like, people got mad at, it's kind of a silly review. I don't know if it's worth as cool as talking about watchdogs. I think watchdogs sounds like a better thing to talk about.
All right, let's just skip it and then talk about watchdogs. I just think it's funny that people still will like
Get mad at Kotaku for
get mad at
posting
Kotaku. It's just getting mad about games journalism in the year of our Lord 2020. Just
Yeah.
it's the most embarrassing activity. It's like, yes, you're right. Journalism in general is not great. This is mostly enthusiast.
Like I think
like weird.
I think at this point people know that we are very ambivalent about reading. You know, me and Reese at least are very ambivalent about it and actively hostile to writing. And so people who do that for a living, like God bless you, but like it's a bad profession. I'm sorry.
No, it's absolutely disgusting. I've stopped writing my YouTube videos. I just make it up as I go.
That's how you do it. That's how you do it. You get stream of consciousness. Listen.
Start talking about Dune.
Listen, this is a secret sauce formula for VGATWTOE. Bring up Dune. Make crude joke about Harry Potter being a cop. Belch. Make fun of the gamer. That's it. That's it. It's like my 11 secret herbs and spices. I'll also bring up R34 Sonic the Hedgehog if you can. Just for that extra zest.
No, I've got lots of that open and
excellent. The VGATWTOE conditioning is already setting in.
Exactly. I kind of disagree a little bit about the article. I think the end is very stream of conscience silly, but I think it's just talking about the PS5. It's like load times and stuff. It's very
yeah, you're right. It's like it's very technical for most of it, and then there's a weird part about Dune. And then a weird part about what's going on currently.
Yeah. And it is a little cringe for him to just be like, isn't it weird that to spend $500 on anything right now? And it's just like, okay. To get like culture war mad at the like a conclusion of this article, just kind of being a little silly essay and just being like, games journalism. It's like that for most of the article. It's fine. Shut up.
My theory is that his editor said it was too short, and that's why the Dune bit and the whole final bit, he was just going off the top of his head like 20 minutes before it had to go up. That's why it just takes a turn. Super weird.
I mean, that's one explanation, I guess. It does. I really don't feel like the article is too short. I don't know why your editor would fuck you like that. Basically,
it's fucking right?
Yeah, I guess so.
I assume they're all pricks. I don't know.
Yeah, no, editor of Kotaku. He does that for every article, though. He's just like, can you have 700 words about how hopefully Joe Biden wins?
Yeah, like this is really an issue that should have been handled by an editor. Like, and you can like, and if the editor is like making it worse, then that's where the problem is. And people like I don't know, like you stop fucking getting on writers' cases for dumb shit unless they are conservative. I will say that. In which case,
then
that's
hound them till their death.
What I will say about I agree with you about not getting on writers' cases is I had somebody, a friend of mine, who would do like just to pay some bills, would write like what culture type shit. And he did an article that was like top 5 greatest season finales that Lost had to live up to. And the editor just fucking straight up changed it to top 5 worst season finales of all time. And it was just like, all of these like TV nerds just like dogpiling on him. He's like, how dare you say the Quantum Leap finale sucks? And he's just like, the editor just like doing my friend so fucking dirty just to get extra clicks. And so I always keep that in mind whenever I think about any of this
exactly stuff. Yeah, like editors are the real villains here. They're like fucking Palpatine behind the scenes.
I'm going to make this article sound like the opposite of what it is. Unlimited word count.
So speaking of the dark side of the Force,
yes,
Watchdog Legions.
Yes, what is it? I have not read this article that you posted. What inspired you to talk about this?
find it an interesting idea on its face. I mean, I have not played Watch Dogs Legion. I doubt I will purchase and play a Ubisoft game in this year. I read this Austin Walker review, and I thought it was very interesting, the idea it's kind of trying to go for, where it's just like no one person can change a unjust society. It's all of us. And I think that is an interesting idea that they try to gamify in the game with the kind of, you can recruit all these different people from post-Brexit London and use it to overcome the game's portrayal of fascism, which it does portray in somewhat concrete terms as being anti-immigration and like super fascist in terms of like supporting the law enforcement. But I think it's very interesting how much it just fucking fell on its face in terms of the actual ideology behind it. And so I kind of wanted to get into that a little bit.
Okay.
Okay, first off, I wanted to ask you, how dreadful would you say is London already right now?
So I don't go there much. I live in the north, which is the best part of England, which is it's a low bar. It's fucked. It's a nightmare place. Hate it. Wouldn't recommend it to anyone.
Okay. So it's something that you don't have to imagine London being too bad. It's not Brexit.
It's the beans on toast of cities. But that'll be controversial. That'll be the next thing that gets me death threats. Like, what are you fucking saying? You fucking cunt! You fucking bastard! You fucking beans on toast are fucking brilliant, mate.
Well, I think the crux of what makes
the crust.
Watch Dogs Legion the crust, the beanie crust, Watch Dogs Legion. Is that it's so fucking I don't know, radlib. It's centrist in its ideology, where it's not that there are these problems beneath the surface. It's just that we didn't get mad enough at anti-immigration and these kind of like issues along the edges, the symptoms of the problem. And I wanted to read 2 parts from this Austin Walker review, which I think is really good. And I mean, I haven't played it. Maybe I'd have a different opinion if I did, but I'm never going to play it. So
that article is the article is Watchdog Legion promises revolution but mostly delivers distraction on Vice.com by Austin Walker.
Yeah, and don't play Ubisoft games. I just want to also say that, just to preface this. You're going to be disappointed. You're going to feel like you wasted your money. You just don't fucking do it.
Unless you play Sands of Time from the original fucking Xbox.
You should just pirate the original Splinter Cell trilogy and not pay Ubisoft anymore. Those are good. But other than that.
Oh yeah, Reese, what was the game you were posting earlier because you accidentally bought a game for a different platform without realizing it? What was it?
I mean, that's Humble Bundle had Doom Eternal super cheap, and I know I already vowed on the podcast to pirate it, but it wasn't as easy as that article made it seem. And so I was like, fine, it's like $17. You had just given me the podcast payout, so I was just like, oh, I could just get the video game right now for anything. And I was punished for not pirating. And then immediately afterwards, I was just like, what? A Bethesda.net key? Oh, no. All the shit that Epic Game Store gets should be lifted and transferred in its completion to Bethesda.net.
I just got really excited because, like, the fact that Microsoft bought Bethesda means they'll probably fucking kill their stupid, shitty launcher and just integrate it into the fucking Xbox One.
Oh my god, please.
That would be so fucking please kill it.
13% less shitty launcher.
We will declare on the pod that you've won the new console generation if you just fucking kill Bethesda's shitty launcher. I had the exact same fucking thing happen to me, Reese. Except I was like, oh, GTA San Andreas, I've heard lots of good things. It's so cheap. Let me get it. And then Rockstar Games Club What?
Oh no!
What? I haven't heard of that fucking shit since like I bought fucking LA Noire for the original, like the Xbox 360.
I agree. I bought Fallout 76 on release. Okay,
Oh.
I hope that Microsoft guts the whole fucking company. Never see it again. I want revenge.
I'm so sorry we interrupted, Reese. What were the two parts you wanted to read?
Okay, so I'll just jump right into it. From the article. Again, I do get the metaphor. One person doesn't have the skills you need to change the world, but this fundamentally misunderstands what makes collective power so strong. Whether you're coming together as a political party, a union, or an insurgent force like DedSec, it's not only that organizations can pull from their members' individual skill set, it's that cooperation allows for a new type of action. However heavy a person stomp, a single person cannot bring a town to a halt. The marches for racial justice that filled the streets across the world this year relied on some people to bring supplies, others to offer medical aid, and some to handle legal challenges, and many more to bravely push back when the police charged in. If any of those, or the many others, had gone unfulfilled, those moments of resistance would have crumbled. Legion seems to have missed this lesson entirely. And I find that to be like extraordinarily sad for a game that's trying to like make this point, to like not understand that it's, if you have a bunch of people, it's much more impactful than just having like different people doing different things. It seems like the most obvious basic stuff for that. I could forgive it, except for I'm going to read this just highlighted part here at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way that the game works is you have to like free neighborhoods by doing missions or whatever. But and like one of the aspects of it is that like there's this onerous police presence, and like you have to like de-escalate issues with them, like make them less impactful. But and this is from the article, instead of replacing the propaganda on Buckingham Palace or the Imperial War Museum with your own, you simply clear Albion's away, which is the police force, in an act meant to identify these spaces as unifying symbols of a shared national character. And it's just like, I'm sorry. It's like the lesson of Watchdog Legion is that like, why can't we get the good UK like we used to have? It's fucked. Like I maybe you can speak to this, Kay, but to me, I just like I react very negatively to that aspect.
So Brexit is kind of in a lot of ways like our Trump, where all the liberals are like, oh, things were good, but then Brexit happened, and now the country is racist, basically.
Oh wow!
Or now, like the racists who were once a marginalized group that nobody listened to now sway the way our politics works. Instead of having always just been the government. It's the same dynamic.
That's incredible. Like. I don't know, like it's stupid when it's done here. Like it's very stupid considering how we like invented like a new form of racism to go along with chattel slavery.
Yeah.
We have like racism plus here. But like racism classic, racism vanilla originated from the UK basically.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. And hey, I mean chattel slavery, the UK was all about that shit. Like they were very much involved, No, it's this liberal delusion that as long as everyone's being polite, that things are basically fine. And like a Trump election, Brexit is just this big deviation, at least in appearance, from the status quo. So everyone suddenly, they couldn't go to brunch. That's the same thing.
A brunch with beans.
Yeah, they're brunch with beans on toast and some fucking flavorless.
Listen here, mate. If Jeremy Corbyn had won, we'd already be eating beans on toast again. So, I don't know. There was no comparable figure to Hillary Clinton.
No.
So this just seemed like a good topic to talk about a little, since just in our wheelhouse, and since Kay is now part of the team.
Ooh, I'm excited. I have an idea. Listen.
Okay.
They fucked up revolutions, right? They need to go back to the source. They need to make Watch Dogs 1917
Okay, now we're talking.
Where you play a young Joseph Stalin going around robbing banks and throwing grenades at police.
Oh fuck, that would actually own so hard.
Yeah, seriously.
Like he's like the fucking like the book Young Stalin, like that goes over his early life. He's just like straight up like a gangster, but like from Looney Tunes. Where like I don't remember what it was, but they like robbed a bank by like throwing grenades into it. And then like as they were leaving in a carriage that they had stolen from the police or something, like they passed the police, so it's like, where did they go? Like because they thought that they were also constables, and they just like pointed in a random direction and they rushed off past them. It's literally like just goofy. Sorry, I wanted to share that idea.
No, it's amazing. Those like early Bolshevik years are funny as fuck.
Yeah. And then he escaped on a boat at one point and like got in a fist fight with with clowns. It is an incredible story.
Classic Joe.
Yeah, I think it was oh fuck, I can't remember what podcast it was on, but Matt Crispin like was on
The one I saw was Pod Damn America.
Oh, Pod Damn America, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay,
great podcast, by the way.
Yeah, look up the one about the Young Stalin book. It's incredible. Yeah. All right, sorry to interrupt, Reese.
Oh no, and just that I think that you cannot make any way convincing portrayal of like dystopian United Kingdom without addressing the virulent transphobia that just like people. It seems like people in the UK cannot even have like a discussion about beans on toast without being transphobic about it. And it's just, you know, obviously United States is its own fucked up comparison. We suck too, but it's just they had that podcast, I think, that you listened to, and
they had like some transphobe on.
They had some transfer because you can't throw a rock without hitting one there.
Yeah, and you should throw rocks at them, just to be clear.
Exactly. So it's just I don't know. I just thought it was worth bringing up on the podcast because of how like wrong, and to like compare it to the trio's favorite piece of media, Joker, which in the subtext like argues so vociferously against those kind of structures in a much more successful way. Just like it's interesting to me how you can like so like completely try to deal with these issues of like revolution and like, you know, fighting back against fascism and still just miss the mark so completely because you're already plugged into the system. I don't know, that's interesting to me. That's all I got to say about it.
No, the transphobe that they had to remove from it is Britain's own Helen Lewis, who fucking sucks. she has been just like a blight. Her whole MO has just been like attacking the left and whining that she's being silenced because people won't let her be transphobic. Except they do. She publishes articles in The Guardian, The Atlantic, probably other places.
Der Stürmer.
And then yeah, of course. And then obviously as soon as she got booted off this thing, she went and had a big tirade about how she's being silenced. Probably in The Guardian, I'm not sure.
It's my favorite song. Yeah, it's like, I'm being silenced, I'm being deplatformed. Read my article on the New York Times about how I have been silenced. Fuck.
Exactly. And I just want to add a small thing while we're on the topic. Shortly after all of that, she had an article, I believe on The Atlantic, where she said that she talked about like a new frontier for feminism, which is the aristocracy.
Oh, what?
They're fighting for the right of daughters to inherit peerages. It's just
oh my god,
the most fucking bourgeois feminist bullshit. So of course this person fucking turf.
Jesus Christ. All right, so we're running out of time, but I would like to wrap up with just this one little nugget from Watch Dogs Legion. Andy Borjas at DNA Bro on Twitter discovered a fucking okay, so to explain a little bit, in the game people are randomly generated with backgrounds, with special skills, with whatever their job is, personal details. And the random generator for the game created a pediatrician, and it says directly beneath it, ended personal relationship with patient.
Ooh.
So fucking, oh man.
That's Britain, baby.
Yeah.
Not Britain if you don't have a good nonce.
That's right.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Oof.
I don't know. I thought it would be more funny because it's just like their fucking game accidentally made a pedophile.
I mean,
So it wouldn't be Britain without it, I guess.
I mean, it's not funny because it's the most accurate part of the game. Actually.
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. So, are we ready to wrap up?
We are.
Ready.
You can find me at Your Very Good Bud on Twitter. And if you go to my profile, you can find my YouTube, which has an impronounceable series of letters and numbers. So I
Yes.
can't tell you to go to it. You should subscribe there because I'm going to do more stuff on it. That's it.
Excellent. And Kay, where can people find you?
All right. You can find me on Twitter at @KandSkittles, and you can find my YouTube channel where I do video essays. It's also called that. Yeah. Also
Excellent.
called @KandSkittles. Nailed it.
All right, and you have a Patreon as well. So if people want to support you individually and not the podcast.
Yeah, like if you hate Alton and Reese and you listen and you're just seething with rage, but for some reason you stick with it for me, then yeah, I do have a Patreon as well.
Well, also to support your good videos there. We have a podcast. We have a podcast. I don't know if people know that.
We do.
But yeah, you can find our Twitter at VGATWTOE. You can find our Patreon at patreon.com/VGATWTOE. Where $1 a month will get you access to all our premium content. Hopefully more of that stuff coming down the pipe. As soon as we have more time to make it, basically. Our website is videogamesoftheworst.pinecast.co. And so you check that out for all the episodes, for the RSS link, and links to all our other stuff. You can find me at Alton Plays on YouTube, where I occasionally upload just bits and bobs of like us playing video games together. I like doing the funny moment compilations. So check those out. And you can find my Twitter at 8alton8. And I think that's everything.
One more thing.
What's that?
Okay, it's wonderful having you as part of the gamer team. It's been a pleasure.
Gamer
Yeah, it's good being here. This is fun. I'm looking forward to getting you guys canceled because of something I say on here.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I haven't decided what it's going to be. But I'm going to say something about fucking the new Mario or something, and we're going to be over. We'll be the main characters of Twitter.
It's going to be like, Mario is so silly. And then she's like, fuck you! I'll fucking kill your fucking family!
Racist K and his anti-Italian racist parrot Skittles.
That's a fair criticism.
Fucking Italians.
And you'll both be dragged down.
Oh no. All right, everyone. We will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye.